Hi, how's it going? Welcome to a Pan That Palette update number, I want to say 3, maybe 2, I'm not sure. But this is going to be an update for my Pan That Palette for 2018. I've made a lot of progress since the last update, probably because it's been 3 months since I filmed that also. If you haven't noticed, there's a trend. I don't know when to film my videos, and then I put it off, and then it's too late. But here it is. Here's some progress for you. I will show you my palette. It is depotted into a Z palette. I also didn't even mention what palette it was. It's the Too Faced Totally Cute palette. I believe it was a 2016 palette. So here's what it looks like. So you can see there's a ton of pan. This shadow actually isn't part of the palette at all. It's just a Franken shade, but I wanted to include all of the pans in this update. So the 3 bigger shades were supposed to be Double Scoop, Unicorn, and Shooting Star. They've all been finished. And then new updates, I finished 3 more. So this was, God, what was this? This was Chocolate Donut, this was Meow, and this was Bunny Fufu. And as you can see, the other 3 shades I have not used, like, at all. So we have, I think it's Storm Cloud, I Heart Too Faced, and Clover. I'm finally starting to experiment with more colorful eyeshadow looks. I actually used Storm Cloud for this look today. It's the blue that's all over my lid, and I do have another look filmed where I have the green all over my lid. I'm probably going to refilm that tutorial. It's not really a tutorial, it's more of a get ready with me. I think for the next update, I just want to make more progress on it. I don't necessarily think I can hit pan or finish anything by the next update. Who even knows when the next update's going to be? But I definitely feel confident that I can finish up the rest of those shades by the end of the year. Even if I'm just using the blue and the green, occasionally all over my lid, and then mostly just on my lower lash line. If I do like a neutral look and then just smudge one of the shades along my lower lash line. I've done that a few times and it looks fine. The blue doesn't really show up as blue as it does in like a proper full-on look like this, but I'm making it work. I definitely want to see some noticeable dips at the very least by the next update. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. That was a very quick update. I am going to be doing something differently since I only have 3 shades left and they're all relatively easy shades to use. I find the Too Faced, specifically with this palette, all of the shimmer shades, I don't know if they're just not as densely packed, but they fade really easily, so you have to reapply a lot, and they're so soft that they kick up a lot of powder and you have to use so much to get any kind of pigment on your lid or your lower lash line. Specifically with the blue, I've noticed you do have to build it up quite intensely, and if you do smudge it on your lower lash line, it just looks brown. It doesn't look blue at all. So I am going to be morphing this Pan That palette into more of a Project Pan Porn over the next few updates, because I do have a little stack of palettes right here that I would like to get some noticeable progress on before next year, and that'll kind of help me choose my Pan That palette for next year. So I'll just quickly introduce the palettes, and I won't talk about them too much because there isn't a whole lot to say. They're pretty self-explanatory. This is the Balm Jovi by The Balm. This is their Rockstar Face palette. So it does come with 2 lip colors, which I've swatched a few times. It comes with a highlighter, a blush, and then 12 eyeshadows. So I've used a couple of the eyeshadows a few times. The green is beautiful, and that maroon is beautiful, and that black base with that blue shimmer shift to it is gorgeous. But I just don't use it enough. It's not vegan. The whole reason that I'm working on these 6 specifically is because they're not vegan. So there's that. This is the In the Balm of Your Hand Volume 2. So it comes with the 4 face products, 4 eyeshadows, and Mary Luminizer. I have Bahama Mama full size and Mary Luminizer full size, so I will be working on this kind of on and off, but I'm not going to be focusing on them because I do have other shades I need to be focusing on. These 2 blushes are not vegan, so I'd like to focus on those, and then these 4 eyeshadows. I do have, well, one fell out. I do have Alice Copper and Firm in the other Balm eyeshadow palettes that I have here, so I'd like to use those up first before I focus on the ones in the massive palettes. And going back to that shade Firm, it is in this palette right here. This is the Nude Dude palette. Again, not vegan, so that's pretty much the only reason it's in this project. They're beautiful shades. We have some nice neutrals. We have a couple mauve tones. I feel like this would be a better fall palette. So this is the Anastasia World Traveler palette. I like it. I've used it a few times. Pink Champagne, this shimmery pink shade right here is absolutely stunning. These 4 shades right here are a really good, easy, everyday eye look. I just don't use it enough, so I would like to start working on that. And then I also have the Modern Renaissance palette, also by Anastasia Beverly Hills. These shadows are very soft, and I think it'd be easy to hit pan on a couple of them by the end of the year. And this is the Kat Von D Interstellar palette. I am not going to get into the whole Kat Von D not vaccinating her child thing. It's not my place, it's not my fight. Yes, I think it's stupid as hell, but that is what this palette looks like. I find there isn't a good selection of matte shades. Like, you can get away with using these 2 shades in your crease, this brown here and this brown here, but the rest have like noticeable shimmer in them. So we'll see how I get along with that. But those are the 6 eyeshadow palettes I'm going to be working on in conjunction with the last 3 shades from my Pan That palette. I think that's all I have to say. I hope that made sense. I'm gonna go take my dog out, even though she's asleep right now. I'm gonna wake her up and take her out for a quick little walk. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye.